I'm not particularly mathematically inclined myself, but I've heard mathematicians talk about the beauty of math. What makes it beautiful?
The exactness, the purity. It's not contaminated with human prejudice. It's not contaminated with politics. If you see a mathematical proof, for example, the proof, which is fairly simple, that the square root of 2 is a number that cannot be expressed as the ratio of two whole numbers, cannot be expressed as a repeating decimal. It's something else called an irrational number. When you see the proof of that, you just say, wow. Or if you see the proof of the Pythagorean theorem, that if you have a triangle with one angle is 90 degrees, that the square of the side opposite that angle is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two legs of the triangle. When you see the proof of that, it's a beautiful thing. It's hard. You're asking me to describe the beauty of it. It's precise, it's eternal, it's pure, and it's simple. And so those are aspects of beauty. I think that other people would describe beauty in a different way, but that's what, to a scientist or a mathematician, that's what beauty is.
Well, let me ask you about the Pythagoreans in ancient Greece, because, I mean, I know there was this cult, I don't know if that's the right word, a religion, that believed there was something sort of eternal. I mean, eternal is not even the right word. I mean, there is a religious foundation to numbers, right? I mean, there was this whole religion sort of based on the idea that, they're based on numbers. Mm-hmm. Does that do anything for you, that idea?
Yes, it does. There's this wonderful debate in mathematics about whether mathematics is something that we invent or is it something we discover. Are there mathematical truths out there that are independent of us? Or do we just invent all of the mathematical theorems? And I think that there is a mathematical world out there that we discover, although it takes, human beings, at least the part of it that we know, it takes a discovery. But I think there's probably a lot of math out there that we don't yet know. And every year you see a new mathematical theorem that was postulated several hundred years ago and is now proven. So my view of that is the same as it is of science, that there's an external world out there that's independent of our minds.